Hi, I'm Sherry, and I'm going to show you some of my best tips for how to look better on any video calls that you may be doing this week or this month or this spring, on Zoom or on Skype, or even your FaceTime calls. I'm going to show you some of my secrets for showing up on video. I'm 54 and I know that these tips will work for you too. So hang on and I'll start the video next. Hey everyone, I hope you are all doing well and hanging in there. And if you're watching this live, you're probably also self-isolating and perhaps you're even working from home, as so many people are being forced to do right now. And so I wanted to come here and show you, give you some of my tips that I use, because I've been doing videos here for several years. I mean, I've done almost 300 videos here at Glam Lashes Galore, and I've learned a few things. And so I want to show you, I think I put 6 tips. I think I just came up with a 7th one. I want to show you, let's say, my 7 top tips for how to look better on video, whether you're doing FaceTime with family or Zoom or Skype or some other kind of calls for work or projects or consulting, whatever you do. I want to show you some of my favorite tips that I do most of the time before I go live here at Glam Lashes Galore. And if you're new to me, let me tell you who I am. I'm Sherry Dias-Malott with Glam Lashes Galore, and I'm the leading authority for teaching women how to use makeup with confidence, no matter what season of life you're in, because I know not all women learn how to do makeup when they're a teenager or a young adult, and maybe they have no need for makeup. So I'm always here to show you how to learn makeup no matter what age you are. I've learned a lot of these tips. I'm going to say most of the tips that I've shared, I've learned in my 50s. So, and my mom is 81 and she uses some of these tips as well. So there's no thing as being too old. Okay, these are my tips that I use almost every time that I come here and do a live video for you. I've learned through the years different things that we can all do to look better, whether you're in selfies. I have a whole freebie if you want to learn how to take better selfies. I had to teach myself how to do it, so I'm happy to teach you as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you, let's see, the very first thing I'm going to teach you is your camera angle. So I have an old phone here and I'm going to show you. And if you get my selfie guide, I can drop it below when I'm done if anyone wants it. It's free and it shows you things, mistakes that you may be doing. And I don't know how you're dealing with this. I mean, this could be sort of a reset or a pause for you. It may be something you want to document right now. It may not be, but I want to show you my tips because there are a lot of things that we can do with our selfies to even look better in that. So I'm just shooting this video right now from my iPhone. Super easy. But if I have the phone, my daughter is texting me. Doesn't she know I'm teaching right now? She's doing a Zoom. She's supposed to be on a Zoom call. So that's when I thought, okay, people are busy. They're not going to interrupt mom, but so is the life of a mom of 3, right? If you have your phone like this, you can see my phone, the camera hole, wherever the camera hole is, if I put it down low, it is going to give me 2 or 3 or 4 different chins. The lower I put it, the more heavy my face is gonna look. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you all, I look younger now than I did in my 40s, but I'm at my heaviest weight, and being cooped up in the house, and it's like it snowed last night, that doesn't help. It doesn't help me at all. And I'm cooking for a lot of people. I've never cooked so much food in my life. Do you hear me, right? Are you cooking a lot? So I don't want to look heavier. I want to look thinner. The way that you can look more thin, more streamlined jaw is hold, if the camera is right up here, have it just a little bit higher than your eye, than the level of your eye. If my eye is right out here, I don't want the camera down here. I want it up here. And the same thing for taking a selfie. If you hold it up here and your eyes are looking up, your skin, your face, everything just looks more narrow, more trim, it's more flattering. So my camera right now is not right at my eye level. It's elevated a little bit because I've learned that it's way more flattering to have the camera at a higher let me see if you can see my camera here, to have it up higher than my eye level. So my camera is up here, okay, looking down, making me look maybe 10 pounds less than I actually am. I'll take that any day of the week. So I want you to be able to do this also. Now, like, okay, Sherry, great, but I don't I have my phone on a tripod. Maybe you're doing your Zoom calls or Skype calls from a laptop or a computer. A couple of things you can do. Get a bar stool or get a counter or stack boxes up and set your laptop so it is up higher and adjust that top part where your camera is so that you're looking more up into it rather than down into it where you can see all of the extra skin that is like gathering under our chins. I know, I've played with this a lot. I do a lot of Zoom trainings and so forth from my laptop also. If you want to know, I have a really cool laptop cart. It was not super pricey at all. I got it on Amazon. It's amazing. And I put it together by myself. And it's great because it goes up and down. And so I can raise it up higher if I need to and put my laptop there and then, you know, angle the top part of my screen that has the camera in it because I use a MacBook. And then now it's up higher and I'm looking up into it and I feel better about the way I look. And if you feel better about the way you look, it changes everything. It changes how you feel on the inside. It changes how you show up. It affects your energy. It does everything for you. So I want to share, that's my number one tip right there, is the camera. The height of the camera makes a huge, huge difference. Now, I have like ring lights, you know, special ring lights for beauty vlogging and everything. If you don't have that, that's fine. You can get another kind of light. You can also be in front of natural light window. If you have that lighting on your face, that will take off 5 or 10 years as well, which again, makes you feel better, right? About showing up. You don't need to be self-conscious about being on camera because many of us don't like the way we look on camera. We may not like the sound of our voice. There's so much you can do to overcome that. So that's tip number one. Let me put the phone over here. Okay, so my makeup it's done, but I look a little bit washed out because I wanted to show some of my makeup secrets for camera on the air to show you live. So one of the things that I do is I take a little bit of a very, very light concealer. Let me show you how much I'm going to put. Hopefully this is enough. I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand right here. I'm going to dab it to make it super thin. And I'm going to put it under my eyes, okay? This is going to help me look more awake. Like, hello, I had all kinds of sleep. I did not stay up late binge watching Netflix. I don't watch anything on Netflix. All my family members do, but I do not. Okay, put a little bit of concealer under your eye. I do this before all of my videos, and it really helps just open your eye and look more awake. Let me wipe it off so I don't get it all over because I'm really, really clumsy. But then I'm also going to take a pressed powder and a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to set it, okay? All right, there's a tip for you. Here's another tip. I don't have very much blush on. I put a little bit on this morning. I was cleaning house and doing some errands. I just put my basic makeup on. But when you're on camera, you almost need more. Otherwise, you look a little bit washed out and maybe peaked. And depending on, you know, everyone's color for their monitors or phones, however they're tuning in, extra color on your face will make a huge difference. So before I come here and I do videos, I take my blusher brush, I put it in my blusher, which is crumbling right now because I'm at the bottom of it, and I add extra, right just right along here. And I just do a little bit more than I would if I was going to the grocery store because I want that color on my cheeks. I want to look more alive, more awake. I really have crumbs, so I'm brushing a lot, but I'm at the bottom. I'm at the bottom of my blusher here. It's almost time. I don't like to waste makeup. It's almost time to open up a new container. But I do. I put a little bit extra on. And for camera, I look healthy Now, personally, you may think, ooh, she has just a little bit of makeup on. But for the camera, you know what? It works. And if you're doing a meeting, I know my sister has to work with, she works at UCLA, and so she has to work with a lot of people, doing different things with grants and development and so forth. And so, you know, she wants to look her best. You want to look like you're awake and you're attentive and you're alive and you've got color in your face and you're intrigued by whatever someone is telling you or teaching you, right? A little more blush helps. Here's another thing. Bronzer. If you have not tried a bronzer yet, bronzer is so good with just a fluffy brush. You can just swipe it across the top of your forehead. You can add a little bit right along the sides here, right along the sides here. More color is going to help you feel more awake. And here's something else. I just take it right down under my jawline. And since I'm wearing a shirt that's like, you know, a lower scoop, you can take it right along here also. And then that way your makeup blends into your neck, or if you have a V-neck, you can do that as well. Here's another tip for you. So because I do, like my face is more full now than it usually is, I can take a really dense brush like this, and I can use this is just a matte powder, but it's way dark. See, that is not my skin tone, right? It doesn't matter. I just picked the darkest color I could find. I'm going to take my brush in here a little bit, and I'm just going to go under. Now I want to blend, right? Because I don't want a line there, but I can go under my jawline, and this will take off about 5 pounds instantly. But you just really want to blend. You don't want any lines at all. And if you find you're having trouble blending, you can take your powder brush and put it into just a powder that's the same color as your skin, and that will help you blend it out also. Okay? Here's another tip. Look at my eye makeup. Let me get my brush here. I've put black eyeliner along the top of my lashes. You can also tight line, if you know what tight lining is. You can use, like, this is a liquid eyeliner. You can use a pencil. You can even use a brush, an angled brush in a dark eyeshadow to do that also. What this is doing is this makes my eyes look more alert. It makes the whites of my eyes look more white, which again makes me look more perky and alive and awake and attentive to everything that you're telling me right now on this video. It also makes me look younger. When I'm taking that makeup, the dark line above my eye, it makes me look younger. One of the biggest tips to looking younger with your makeup, it's all in your eyes. I mean, like 90% of what you're doing with your makeup, what you do with your eyes can really make you look 10 or 15 years older or 10 or 15 years younger. I kid you not. And these are tips that I honestly have just learned in the last few years. If you're in my Eyeshadow 101 course, you know that the tips that I teach you are so that you learn eyeshadow in a way that adapts to all that we go through as we're aging and helps your eyes look younger. So also with the eyes, what you can do is you can take just a white pencil, and let me warm it up a little bit on my hand. You can take this down on your waterline. When your eyes look bigger and larger, which is what this will do, this will open up my eye. They also look more awake. They also look younger. So there's a real easy tip right there. Another thing I do is I usually add just a little bit extra mascara because I want to emphasize the top of my eye. I don't want to emphasize the bottom because I have fine lines. I have, like, we all start to get discoloration under our eyes as they get older. The corners of our eyelids could start to get heavier as the skin gets heavier here. So everything is about lifting our eyes up, making our eyes look younger. So I will give another little swish of mascara to my upper lashes, which is almost like adding false lashes, but I don't need to because I know other tricks, right? And I can just make my lashes pop more, which also is lifting my eyes and making my eyes look younger. Look more awake. Look more perky and again attentive to anything that you're teaching me right now in this fabulous Zoom call. I have 3 kids home, 2 college kids and 1 high school kid, and they're all doing Zoom calls for organizations and classes and teachers, and so the bandwidth in our house is stretched about as thin as it can be. The last thing that I want to show you is I did a lip liner pencil early this morning when I got up. I don't have very much on right now, just a little bit, but just a swish of a bright color. Let me not make a mess with this here and tap it off. A little swish of a bright color. It just sort of pulls the color from your skin all together. And of course I happen to have a color that was like, brought out the color in my shirt. You don't have to. It can be a lip pencil. It can be a little bit of lip balm or lip gloss over it. But it just sort of pulls your whole look together so that you look, again, awake and alive and energetic. But most importantly, rather than the way that you look, is the way that you feel about the way that you look. Because if you feel like you're showing up your best, like you feel confident in the way that you look on screen, on camera, in your Zoom or FaceTime, or, however you have to communicate with either, patients or coworkers or clients or customers in whatever you're doing, if you're working from home, or even if you're chatting with family, if you feel confident about the way that you're showing up, it is going to improve the way that you feel. It's going to boost your endorphins. You are going to have just a little serotonin boost. You're going to feel better. It's like taking a walk. It's like watching a movie that you love or listening to music that you like. It just picks you up. And whether you are doing Zoom calls or video calls, or you're not working from home, you're just taking time off, or you watch the kids at home, there are still things that you can do like this, like trying a little pop of lipstick, trying a new eyeshadow look, trying some of these tips just for fun because you want to, because you know that you deserve to feel good about the way that you look. And I'm going to tell you, I have so many friends posting, I haven't washed my hair in so many days. Well, I'm not going to lie. I'm going about 4 days in between hair washing too. But dry shampoo is a great, great thing. However, I also see so many of my friends that are going like, I can't remember last time I put makeup on and so forth. And that's great. I'm all about giving your skin a break. And if you don't have to and you don't want to, that's awesome. I think that's awesome. But I don't want you to get into a rut where you feel like you don't feel like you look good. You don't feel like you can go outside and someone will see you. You don't feel like you're putting your best foot forward. I am going to tell you right now that just trying little things, if you haven't put makeup on in a while, put it on today or put it on tomorrow. Just do it and see how you feel. Because I want to make sure that you're not falling into a rut of not taking care of yourself, of not putting through the effort, of not feeling either like you deserve to or like you want to. I feel like doing those little things like that can really make a difference in how we feel, in the way that our mental capacity is functioning with isolation and being away from our friends and our loved ones and not having that social time or interaction with people can really take a toll on you. It can really sort of add to that cabin fever aspect that you have. And one of the reasons, I debated was, should I still keep doing makeup tutorials? Should I not? And I thought, we all need a break from the news, right? Do we all need a break from the news? It forces me to put on lipstick, to put on makeup, and come here and think of ways to serve you, ideas and tips that I can share with you that hopefully help you. If you know someone who is working from home, who is doing Zoom calls, who is doing Skypes or other ways that they have to communicate, telemedicine, whatever they have to do with their clients or customers or patients, feel free to send this to them so that they have a couple of tricks in their bag. I like to say a couple tools in my toolkit, because knowing how to do some of these things, I just put together a whole bunch of my quick things that I do, my little checklist before I go live here at Glam Lashes Galore, so I can teach you guys how to do the same, how to feel good about the way you show up on camera. And like I said, if you know someone who loves makeup or who would appreciate these tips, feel free to send this their way. If you don't want to miss my videos, I do at least a couple videos every week. If you'd like to have them delivered to your inbox, I'll drop a comment below where you can get on my list, and I send them out every Tuesday. So that way you never miss a tutorial. You guys are fantastic. Welcome to all the new viewers. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope you're taking care of you. I hope you are refilling your cup and putting on your oxygen mask and doing what you need to do so that you're able to take care of your loved ones also. Stay healthy, stay safe, my friends, and thank you so much for being part of my community here. I'll talk to you later. Bye.